Hello, Lizzie fans, it's me. So, as you know, what's today's date? What, what's today's date? Okay, so it's... Okay, so it's been about 3 weeks since Rec Room shut down. For context, it's June 27th. So that means it's been about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks since Rec Room shut down. I know, very, very heartbreaking stuff. And what? Can I get my streamer cancelled? Hi. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks since Rec Room shut down, as we all probably know by now. Rec Room shut down kind of sucked, and when I say kind of sucked, I mean really sucked, cause like people made a bunch of memories on that game, and like it was such an iconic game, and the fact that it shut down broke many people's hearts. I get that part. But yeah, I think if they Cosmonious High is essentially just like single player Rec Room. Like, you're in a school environment, you do school environment things, yeah, if they added multiplayer to Cosmonious High, that would most certainly fill like the Rec Room void for a lot of people if they added multiplayer to Cosmonious High. Lots of people have been requesting multiplayer for Cosmonious High for a very long time. I think if they added, that would be really great. Cause that would most certainly fill the Rec Room void, especially for PSVR 2 players who either, 1, never got to experience Rec Room, or 2, did experience Rec Room when it was first out on PSVR 1, but then when they dropped PSVR 1 support, and they never upgraded to PSVR 2 because they said something about it not giving a lot of profit. So, yeah. But Cosmonious has a great game. Actually, you can get it on. This isn't sponsored. This is an ad, but I'm just saying this would be a great game. This is already a great game, and if they added multiplayer, as I said, the game would be peak if they added multiplayer. They should really add multiplayer. People have been requesting it for years. Still don't know why they haven't done it. Maybe that could be something on their radar. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that the devs are focused on the Dimensional Double Shift DLCs and Dimensional Double Shift as a whole. I get that, but there's still a very big community for this game, and yeah, multiplayer is just something that they should most certainly add. And because this game is essentially just single player Rec Room. If they added multiplayer to Cosmonious High, then it would just be Space Rec Room. And so, yeah. Once more, this game could most certainly fill the void for a lot of people. And Alchemy Lab, this is a really big game. As I said, there is still a massive community for this game. If you see the amount of fan art, custom stuff, mods, this game still has a very, very, very large community. And this is a game that I personally think should, 1, get a lot more attention by Cosmonious, by the developers as a whole. 2, I also think it should I also think that they should add a lot more stuff to this game, because like it's fun and stuff. The most recent update that they made, like the most recent update they made was like a bunch of accessibility features, but the most recent actual update, if I could find my way through these vents somehow, but if I can find my way through the vents, I could possibly show you. This is their most recent update for Cosmonious High. It was an Among Us collab. This was their most recent update. Like, other than like their accessibility features, which I think came out in like 2020, like 3 or something. I could be wrong. Put it down in the comments if I'm wrong, but like, other than that, this was their most recent actual update. This little Among Us guy. They partnered with Innersloft, and like, you could find this guy in like that part of the vents. But yeah, that was their most recent update. However, if they do add multiplayer, it has to be one of two things. If they do, once more, this is for if they ever do decide to add multiplayer. One, like, get rid of these NPC guys. Like, there would be no sense. The point of these NPCs is because this is a multiplayer game, to make it feel like, you know, like, to make it feel like there's actually people who are inhabiting the school. That's the purpose of the NPCs. But like, in the multiplayer mode of some port, like, there shouldn't be like these NPCs. Second, like, the powers is obviously gonna be an issue, cause like imagine if this person, like, no, yeah, imagine if Pinky were like a player, this person or NPC were a player. What's their name? Pank. So yeah, I did get it right. Imagine if like Pank were like a player. I could just burn them. I could just burn them. Or Litan. If Litan was a player, I could just do this. I could just, like, if any of these NPCs were like players, and like anyone could just like troll me, or like I could just troll anyone with zero malice and like complete freedom. So if they ever like, so obviously they can't just disable powers in multiplayer. Once more, that's if they ever decide to add that. Like, yeah, like, so for stuff like that, if they ever do add multiplayer, like, they'd have to do something about like powers, like make it to where like whoever joined the server first, or like whoever's the server leader or whatnot, or like the head of the server and whatnot, has control of like who gets to have powers. Or just like make it to where like people can still use powers, but like make like how Minecraft has like command controls where you can like type into things and like do commands. There should be something like that where you can't like, or like say I'm just a random player and like, or like say I just decide to burn this tree. Like, I'm not gonna burn the tree because I don't feel like doing that, because that would make a whole mess in my world. But like, you get the idea. Anyone could just use their power to like grief the world, troll other players, and like that would not be good. Another thing that they would probably need to focus on is like the art room, because like something they also need to control is like the art room, because like any player could just like dabble on any role or like write something like F you or kill yourself or something like that. Literally anyone could just go on the whiteboard and like draw, like, or even on a wall or like or the floor, for instance. So literally anyone could just anyone could just anyone could just go to this computer thing over here and write something, say like F you, for instance. I'm not gonna do that because this is a family-friendly YouTube channel, but like anyone can do that, or anyone can make like inappropriate art or drawings and whatnot. Like, no. Second, I think like second part of moderation for if Cosmonious High had multiplayer is the chat. There should be a voice chat option, but like there should be a voice chat option. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not against voice chat, but it should be like a restricted voice chat of some form. And like also like chat for like another good idea that like could have for chat is like a form of like quick chat. So both Rec Room and Roblox used to have this thing where it's like a menu. I read it recently. Roblox is bringing their version of the system back, but back then, like both Roblox and Rec Room had like this system where it was like a menu of like things. So like if you were under 13, or if for some odd reason you were playing on like an account that was like restricted for something, or like how my PlayStation account is, for example, or I can't like I can still play multiplayer games, but like it's restricted to make sure like I don't have any bad encounters, and also to make sure like I don't talk to strangers online. Like, so for in the instance of like restricted accounts or like those who are under 13, I think they could do something really good with like the dialogue bubbles that you use to like talk to characters. So like this, where like instead of it like
Hi there, Noodle.
where it like instead of it being like how the system normally is, where it's like a bunch of emojis as you just saw, it could be like a UI that you can like grab, and like you grab like selections, or you grab whatever you want to like say. So that could be a good idea, as I say, for like people under like 13, or accounts with like restrictions on them, either by like the device they're playing on, or like by their in-game settings, which is probably something they're gonna add on their own, like restrictions. So yeah, as I said, if Cosmonious High had like some form of multiplayer, that would do the game very well. Cause like, yeah.
These photos are so good. Yeah, your kid is crushing it.
So yeah, that's my opinion on like, yeah. So as I said, it's been 3 weeks since Rec Room shut down. I know it's very hard for a lot of people. It's very hard for me. That's actually one of the reasons why I haven't been posting for a little while, because like I still needed some time to process the fact that, oh wow, Rec Room's gone. This has been a game for like almost. Rec Room's been a thing for almost like 11 years. The game, I think, was started in 2015 and got released to the public, and like the game was released in like, oh my god, I can't. I think the lounge would be a better place. There's like very little people here. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I personally think like the developers of Cosmonious High should like do to the game as far as like multiplayer and stuff goes. And yeah, that's what I think they should do with the game as far as like all that stuff goes. I know this is with like a quick little unedited video, but like yeah, I took a random photo. Anyway, but yeah, that's something they can most certainly do in like that regard. Oh my god. God. There's no audio settings. So yeah, hopefully hopefully Alchemy Labs is watching this. But yeah, no, you should really like add multiplayer to Cosmonious High. And yeah, that's what I personally think they should do with the game, multiplayer, and yeah. So yeah, congratulations to the Rec Room graduates. I was actually one of the last surviving people in the game until like before it shut down, by the way. So I was one of the remaining 26, I think. It was either 26 or 25 players. I don't know, but yeah, I was one of them. So yeah, before I like conclude this video, I'm pretty much gonna tell you what like the Rec Room shutdown kind of looked like. So there was like this watch notification that said, oh, Rec Room's gonna shut down for scheduled maintenance in such and such seconds, or oh god, stop taking photos. God, I wish there was a setting to like disable like taking pictures on waving. Oh my god, I need to use this for streamer cam. Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, there was like a watch notification. Oh my god, stop taking pictures! Stop taking pictures of me. Anyway, there was a watch notification that said the game is shutting down for Okay, I'm done. It pretty much said the game is shutting down for scheduled maintenance on such and such date. Yeah, that's how that all went. Yeah. And like when that happened, like then of course I had the countdown. If you've ever experienced, oh my god, if you've ever experienced Rec Room maintenance, you already know what this is somewhat like. But yeah, then the game like had took you to the menu, but instead of saying like the game is down for maintenance or whatever, it said there's an update required to play Rec Room. Obviously, if you were like go Steam or go to whatever app store you were playing, like for your device that you were playing Rec Room on, obviously it was going to say there was no update, and that's pretty much how the game looked like when it shut down. Now for me and like the rest of the remaining survivors, for me and like the rest of like the remaining people in the game, we weren't kicked out. I was kicked out after like 2 days of the shutdown, because I had forgot to shut down my PC that day, and like I forgot to shut down Steam, and my PC was still running the game, so that's how I was still able to like glitch the systems to continue to play. But yeah, that's what the Rec Room shutdown essentially looked like for the people who were kicked out when the game was supposed to shut down, and for the people who survived the game shutdown. Obviously, on June 10th, everything went, I think I have a photo of one of the last pictures that was ever taken inside a Rec Room. I don't know if I have it. You'll see it on the screen now. But yeah, that's what happened when the Rec Room shut down. But yeah, as I said, that was the Rec Room shutdown. That's what I think. This video is like kind of what I think the developers should do with Cosmonious High. And like, as I said, this game still has a very massive community. And also what I think they should do as far as like multiplayer goes. Also, on the PlayStation version, Alchemy Labs, please listen to me. I swear to God, please do not make multiplayer restricted to PS Plus. I swear to God, even the PS Plus people hate this, because like they can't play with their friends that don't have PS Plus. PS Plus people can't play with the friends that they don't have PS Plus. PS Plus, non-PS Plus members is pretty obvious because they shouldn't have like, I don't know what it like Cosmonious High costs on like other platforms, but like on the PlayStation Store, Cosmonious High is like $20, $21, something like that. You already have to pay to get access to the game. You shouldn't have to pay for an external subscription in order to play with your friends. That I personally see as like scamming. I get that games have to make their money, but like, I mean, you're a successful VR gaming company. You have millions of other games, which, as I said, by the way, you keep abandoning, and still have very big communities that people still somewhat love, and you keep abandoning them for different games. And like, after a while, your fan base and player base can kind of get a little tired of that after a while. So please don't make it a PS Plus only multiplayer game if you ever like also choose to do that. Like, please don't. People will actually hate you for that. Oh my god, the camera. Oh my god. People will hate you for that. That's actually why Lemming is getting a lot of backlash from the PlayStation community for the same reasons that I just talked about. So yeah, if you ever add multiplayer, please don't restrict PlayStation people to like PS Plus. It's gonna get annoying after some time. Like it already is annoying. We see what effect this causes, and like, yeah, for Gorilla Tag I can somewhat understand. The game is free, and like, because the PlayStation Network is so closed off, especially for their game, there's no crossplay. There's no other way to make money. I still see it as very scamish, but like, I somewhat understand, because like, I'm also a game dev and I don't make any money, but like, I can understand it from that point of view. But for a game like this, Cosmonious High, where you have to pay like $20 just to get it, it would be pretty, yeah, not gonna lie, it would be pretty scummy of you if you decided to like make that decision. So please don't. As I said, people will hate you for that tremendously. I always wondered, like, what can you do with your belly button? Yeah. Wait. One more suggestion for multiplayer is the ability to change like the actual like type of Prismy, like changing the Prismy eyes, the Prismy skin color, torso, possibly clothing. Like, yeah. So that's this was probably one of my longer videos, but I just wanted to like make this video. And yeah, sorry I haven't really posted in a while. I've been very busy. Oh my god, this stupid camera. Anyway, I've been really posting in a while because I've been really very tremendously busy. But yeah, this has been Glizzy Blocks saying goodbye. The one time I want the camera to cover. Okay, bye.